Hello and good evening, everyone. So this is going to be a weird one for me. I don't intend to become an e-drama channel, but this is something that has been circulating around, and I figured, what the hell, just why not kind of thing. So I think 2 days ago at this point, when I'm recording this video, I heard about this thing called Creators Clash 2 and the situation that's going on with that. And beforehand, I had no idea what Creators Clash 2 was, who Froggy Fresh was, or a guy named Harley Morrison who does another YouTube channel. So from what I understand about Creators Clash, it's a YouTube content creator boxing match for charity. And if I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, it's probably because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, so from what I'm able to gather, it's a YouTube creator boxing match, and they do it for charity. And again, from what I understand, there's other events that do something similar. So the only reason I know about it is, and I'll link all the videos in my description, a channel that I'm subscribed to, Chris the Narc, released a video that was streamed 3 days ago, and I think I watched it 2 days ago, called Froggy Fresh Removed from Creator Clash Over Jokes Plus More. And I had no idea what it was. And then I'm watching it, and the situation's a little weird. Froggy Fresh, from what I understand, is a musician. And he was training for Creators Clash because he was in it he was training under a comedian named Sam Hyde, and then suddenly got removed from the ticket without any warning. Now, from what I understand, the creator of Creator Clash, iDubbbz, has issues with Sam Hyde, and from what I understand, and heard, Sam Hyde, I guess he's not very popular with some people because he does seem like a professional boxer, and he said he's not. So I don't know. I didn't look into it. And iDubbbz and Sam Hyde apparently have some beef going on. And Froggy Fresh was removed supposedly for maybe working with him, and then coming back and making a joke over iDubbbz's wife, I think at this point, OnlyFans account. And apparently that was why he was supposedly why he was removed. I say supposedly because if you watch the videos with people who are more into looking into this and understanding what's going on, the creators of Creator Clash actually have not released any statement or anything besides a generic, like, AI corporate BS things that says Froggy Fresh violated multiple terms of service and stuff like that, and they were so worried about the safeties of the crowd and the fighters and all that. So they're not going to say anything, I feel, if they just did this generic BS that you can look up in Google. So in a stream, again from Chris the Narc, called Nisa Helicopter Parent, Creator Clash Response in Keenstar Space number 2, Chris the Narc goes over this article written in 2016 about iDubbbz's wife, Anissa, and how her mother is a moderator on Twitch, Twitter, or something like that, and potentially is very controlling of Anissa's life in general. And from what I understand, the OnlyFans for Anissa is pretty much public knowledge. And Froggy Fresh, after working with Sam High, came back and made a joke saying, hey, if I lose my match, I'm going to sign up for Anissa's OnlyFans. And again, I don't know what was the contract was written or anything like that. But apparently Anissa's mom started making jokes and insulting Froggy Fresh because he is, I don't know what the correct terminology is, but he is a dwarf, I think. Anissa's mom called him an imp, and he kind of went back at her, again, as jokes, and apparently Anissa's mom closed her Twitter account afterwards, and I guess it felt violated or attacked or something. And then, again, after that, Froggy Fresh was dropped. And that pretty much got everyone's attention because it was just so sudden. There was no warning or anything like that that the public was told. And then on the stream with Keemstar, Froggy Fresh pretty much said, yeah, I received no notice, no nothing. They just dropped me, whatever. And fuck. Give me a minute. Harley Morrison ended up on this call, and everyone wanted to get his side or his perspective of things, but if you watch the stream, he just does not shut up, whatsoever. He starts yelling over everyone. He makes it very clear that it's very obvious why Froggy was dropped, and saying that you don't go and insult people's wives like that. And I would agree that you shouldn't insult them, but if it's a public OnlyFans account and he's making a joke saying, if I lose, I'll sign up for it, you gotta have a little thicker skin than that. And again, if you watch a stream, Harley is an absolute ass during the entire thing. I'm not much into the E-drama, Keemstar stuff, but when Keemstar is trying to get simple answers, Harley just keeps going off, and he does not help at all. So I think at one point, Keem was like, we're trying to dissect this point by point. You made 6 different points. Let's go for one point at a time. And Harley just won't do it. He won't answer any questions. Then later on, Sam Hyde shows up, and Harley pretty much ducks out of the call right away. And you can hear in the call, Harley isn't even really giving a shit because he's cooking dinner or something. He's throwing shit around. He's just there to yell at people. So then the stream goes on. Froggy gives his perspective on things. And said that if iDubbbz at any point had told him, hey, shut up, don't talk about anything like this, he would have honored it and just gone on. Because again, it's a charity fight. And usually with fights, and I'm not into WWE or UFC or anything, but I know the drama between creators or the fighters is what builds up the fight. And I kind of saw it as an edgy joke, as silly joke, and one of those things he's building up that character for the fight. I don't think it was anything worth getting him removed from the ticket. Again, that's me. I don't know the whole iDubbbz, Nissan, or whatever. I don't know the whole background between everyone and every little thing, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not an eDrummer account. I'm not looking to get, like, into this stuff, but it is a little weird that a charity event is now basically ruined because someone couldn't take a joke. Now, from what I also understand, at some point another creator offered, I think it was $100,000 just to have Froggy brought back, and the Creators Clash company, corporation, whatever, said Froggy Fresh's charities of choice will receive $50,000 each out of their own pockets. And again, it's just like, well, you guys are losing the opportunity for another $100,000. And I think I heard somewhere, I'm not sure off the top of my head, I think another said, I'll pay you $50,000 or some high number like that. Again, I'm not sure. To have Froggy, like, people are trying to have Froggy come back because he's very popular, and now they're saying they're not even gonna tune in to watch or trying to get refunds for the tickets, even though people are saying, well, you do it, you're taking money away from charity. So there's a lot of back and forth going on this, and apparently Harley Morrison is still absolutely defending Creators Clash, and the way he's defending it does not help at all. Like, I saw this morning, he was literally bashing everyone, insulting everyone who supports Froggy Fresh and wants him back, and he says, pretty much said, hey, I don't care about your opinions. I'm a YouTube legend. I don't give a shit about you little guys. And it's like, it's not a good look for you or the thing you're trying to defend. You're insulting everyone, so you probably shouldn't be doing that. And apparently him and Keemstar are going back and forth on Twitter and as well, and it's not looking good. And at some point, Harley released a template for a contract saying to the effect, and I'll share this link as well. This is from The Creator Clash is Falling Apart by Red Fox Comms, because they're the ones I saw this screenshot from. Basically, it was a very blanketed statement saying XYZ person signed contract, owners have the right to remove XYZ person for basically anything we see as a violation that could harm the brand, harm the people, a lot of harm to the image of the event or corporation or whatever. Again, it's very, like, you Google it and it's right there. And again, if Harley was serious about this as part of it, like, you shouldn't be damaging the image. Harley needs to shut the fuck up. Seriously, he's doing more harm to the brand of Creator Clash for charity than iDubbbz or Nissan ever could. But they're not helping because they're not talking, from what I understand. And maybe by the time I get this video out, they'll finally have said something. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just, it does not help where Sam Hyde apparently has a very vested image or a vested interest in this event going down, to the point where it's like he's either a simp for a Nissan or he's being paid a lot of money for attending this. And if he's being paid a lot of money, I can kind of see, but why isn't any other creator in this event speaking up that I've noticed? It's just this one guy. Again, and if he's trying to say he signed a contract that says we can let you go for damaging the brand, I honestly think iDubbbz and Anissa need to let him go, or they need to tell him to shut up. Because I didn't know any of this. I didn't know what Creator Clash was. I didn't know who Harley Morrison was. I barely knew Keemstar because it wasn't, and again, I never really looked into it. The only reason I heard about him or got more quote unquote into him was through Chris the Narc, and I like Chris the Narc, so. But yeah, it's just it is weird that he's trying to Harley's trying to defend Creator Clash and saying Froggy basically dug his own grave, but you're digging Creators Clash's grave. And I know he's not going to hear this because what, I have 4 subscribers, so my voice isn't going to go anywhere. But it is like, I think Harley needs to stop talking. Just let iDubbbz and Anissa do their own PR. Like, I don't know. But Froggy Fresh seems to be either done with defending him, from what I understand. Like, he's done with this because he knows he's not going to get back through whatever bullshit that iDubbbz is playing. And honestly, I think because of that, a lot of people will not be watching this event. And I agree. I mean, it's their choice. I would probably, for my end, I would donate to charity directly. I wouldn't go through like these events or anything like that, because you never know how much people are taking off and put in their own pockets. Because like major corporations, like major charity organizations, we know are finding out are sending only like 10% of the actual donations to charity or something like that. So I can only imagine what these statistics could be like. But yeah, so there's my 2 cents, disorganized 2 cents. But overall, again, I think the joke, little tasteless, but it was his right to say it, and it was his right to complain. It's obviously iDubbbz's right to remove him from the ticket, but I think a better explanation, or any explanation, would be helpful. Like he said, maybe Froggy Fresh, I don't know, I'm going to say this clear, I doubt it. He could say Froggy Fresh threatened our lives or something, like I don't know. And Harley, he needs to stop talking. He needs to shut up. Oh, I also forgot to mention, apparently iDubbbz and Creator Clash might be suing Froggy Fresh for supposedly $15,000 for training and travel and equipment and stuff like that. And yeah, that also doesn't help. You're suing a guy who a guy you invited over a joke, and you want $15,000 back when you donated $100,000 to his charities. Like, what fucking sense does that make? Again, does not help your image at all. really does not help people it doesn't encourage people to watch the event. And if anything, you are helping Froggy Fresh, because I already, through the stream that Keemstar did, another YouTuber, Mudahar, I believe, said he'll actually cover his legal fees. So you already have so many people going against you, iDubbbz and Creator Clash, and I think I saw there was a GoFundMe for possible legal actions. So yeah, I don't know. So Creator Clash, I think, is kind of over. If not, it's gonna take a huge hit, and there's got to be some restructuring in the future if they want to continue with this. So my advice is get this one over with, restructure, and like go through a corporation, like go through someone who knows how to do this, because if you're doing this stupid petty shit, it does not help anyone. So like I said, I'm not going to become an e-drama account. I'm just this whole situation is a little weird. I have wanted to talk about other situations before, but they were either going to be too political leaning in either direction. I don't want to go over the political shit. There are the content creators that just blow my mind, of like how baffling, stupid, and idiotic and mind-numbingly insane that they are, and I don't want to do that. There's plenty of other drama accounts that cover this shit, that do look more into shit than I do, because again, coffee chat, I just want it to be like a casual sit down. Like if you and I ever were to meet and sit down with a cup of coffee or a beer or something, just this is kind of like how I talk. So I added all my shit where I try to take out spaces and all that, but yeah, I just wanted to be casual talk and stuff like that. So I don't plan to get into e-drama at all. It's not my thing. So some people disagree with that, but that's not what I intend to do. So hopefully this will be one of the very, very few times I ever get into this. Because again, it's a big deal, because it's a charity event, and it sucks when drama like this goes down over charity events. So yeah, with that, thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.